Full screen.
Marcus, I don't know if birds fly. We'll get to this, trust me. We'll get to this.
We'll do what?
This will all make sense in a minute. It won't make sense, but that's kind of the whole point. Hey, Kim.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Okay,
This is great.
30 seconds.
Where's the cat?
Hello, cat.
It's not
Whose cat's that?
15.
Juliana, behind you.
Oh, there's the cat.
5.
15 seconds.
All right.
10 seconds.
Ooh, it's
I just want to count down.
Oh, turn the volume down, please, whoever that is.
6,
me. I'm sorry.
3, 2, 1.
And hello, we are live and welcome to the Random Show, the Random Hour, in fact. It's going to last exactly an hour because that's the size of my bladder. So, welcome one and all.
Hello.
How are we all?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Good.
Great.
Oh, and one more.
So they tell me.
Doing good.
It's Brian.
Oh, hey, poet.
Hi, Brian.
All
Hello,
right.
everybody.
So,
It's not on the screen.
right. So, if we could introduce everyone to start off with.
Yeah.
So, we have. Oh,
Good.
Who's stuttering? Right. Okay, someone's audio is a bit stuttery. Okay, so we have Marcus. Hello.
Hi.
Greetings.
Oh, hello. We have Selena. Hello, Selena.
Hi.
Good evening. From
Hi, Selena.
right, so I'm backing down as it is on OBS. So next to me, if you're watching my channel, you probably know who I am. My name's Joe. So to where are we? No, that way. There we go. So that side is Chad.
I don't
Hey,
think
Chad.
I'm.
Past him is
I
Mark.
don't see the layout.
Mark Turi.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Below me is
Hi,
Juliana
everybody.
do Brasil.
Oi.
Oi.
Looking down on Chad.
So next to Juliana is Claire.
Hey.
Claire, the ethical tailor. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Next to Claire is Kim. Kim, do you have?
Hi,
Or
Kim.
was?
Hey, Kim.
Oh, bye, Kim.
Bye, Kim.
And there is Brian. Last but not least.
Brian.
Hello, everybody.
I'm staring
Poet.
menacingly
Poet.
through Chad at Brian.
Our own poet.
This is a great layout you got here, Joe.
It is. It is.
Great
Thank you.
broadcast.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It
You're so
is.
talented.
You're too kind.
Definitely.
So we got some comments already.
Oh, great.
Busy in the chat. Hello, Maxime Dochel. Care for JC, meow to you too, I guess. What is this? It's a live stream.
What is this?
How's it doing for good? Oh, and a
Meow.
happy birthday to Meow.
Joe, your microphone's popping for me. Is that popping for anyone else?
It is.
A little bit, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. You sound like you're cutting in and out.
So my microphone or someone else's?
Yours, Joe.
It's yours.
It's crackling.
Yours.
The
Mine.
bit rate. Did you increase the bit
Damn.
rate
Okay.
on your output stream in your settings? Did you increase the bit
Yeah,
rate?
this might be the problem with streaming and doing this on the same computer.
Yeah.
Is that any better?
A little bit.
A little bit. That might have to do. Okay.
Yeah.
My apologies. So the conversation is going to go where the conversation goes. That's how it's meant to work. But to start us off, I wanted to pose the idea. Do pigeons have accents?
Do pigeon have accents? Do
Pig-
birds
pig-
fly?
pig-
Do fish swim?
Well, dogs
So
do
do
too.
the,
There are
do the
birds
pigeons
too.
where I live sing the same way as the pigeons where you live?
The pigeons
Oh,
are
oh yeah. I think birds
Do they
have
have-
dialects like crazy.
Hmm.
I think birds.
Okay, so you think birds have dialects like humans? Okay.
Yeah. Not
Anyone
not
else?
exactly like humans, but definitely regional and.
But they
and
do have a difference, yeah. I would say that as well.
Like city birds have a whole different vibe, and rural birds have a whole different thing, and then bigger birds. Yeah, I think they do.
I would
Well-
say similarly.
Well,
But
like
what
I
is
would
it?
always, I would also extend it to actually countries because I did
Mhm.
some recordings and I sent them to someone I talked to in the UK, and when they messaged back, they said they swore the birds had an American Southern accent.
Well, the crows,
So,
I think
Very
the crows
specific.
down here do. Like the
Well.
southern crow down in New Orleans. It's got a southern drawl. Whereas,
Yeah.
like up in Tennessee,
Yeah,
it's like. They're more like.
You also, of
they're
course, have
more-
different types of
it's more-
pigeons,
it's
don't
more
you?
like that.
You've got like the city
if I had my
pigeons.
pictures,
You go, Brian.
we
You
don't
go.
have pigeons. We don't have pigeons out here.
Where is that here?
What? Pigeons are everywhere.
He lives in
How can that be true?
Arkansas, right?
I live in the middle. I
Oh,
live in the
yeah.
middle of nowhere in
There's
Arkansas.
very few, but yeah, they would be near water, and there ain't a whole lot of maybe springs or something, but they wouldn't even hang out there. They'd be like, to hell with this, we're gonna go to the coast.
Oh, they're having some really problems with stuttering, I think.
Problems with what?
Oh, we can't hear you, Joe.
Stuttering?
We couldn't hear you for a while.
The audio is not. No.
Yeah, if you could, Joe,
So
check your
this
output.
is going to be on a
settings.
stream at once, and I think we're having problems as a result.
Yeah, if you change your settings in your output for like maximum bit rate for the encoder to about around 5,000 or 6,000 constant bit rate, you probably have a decent enough connection for that. But if it's higher than that, I would recommend lowering it. All right,
Wow.
that's been our
I'm
nerd moment.
definitely not ready for OBS. It sounds like he's speaking in Klingon. Am I right, Mark III?
You are, absolutely.
You are right. I know you're right. I know you did it.
Now, but Klingon is based on the Welsh language, so I might be able to pick up a little bit here and there. So,
Oh, okay.
just, you know.
Is it really?
Welsh,
I meant to have Welsh
Icelandic,
It really
yeah,
is.
You never know, I might come
I
back.
never knew that. But I bet you Mark knew that.
Of course I did. Come on.
Of course he did.
I love in Welsh they say "s." That's a cool sound. Double L's. Something like that, isn't
The
it?
name of that city,
It's a
of that town.
Can we
Like
normal
I-
the
Sorry,
guard?
Go, 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 go,
The
go,
word
go,
Lloyd.
go, go.
Like Lloyd is.
Lloyd.
Yeah.
Lloyd. Like that.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Lloyd. Double L, yeah. And if there are two F's together, that's an F sound. But if it's just one, it's a V sound. V, like a
Okay.
V.
That's
So,
okay.
Good.
That's
That's good
I
information.
can see that.
Yeah.
That's actually that's actually true in English too. Like, not officially, but like, off with two F's and then
Off.
of in the middle of words,
Yeah.
like of coffee.
Yeah. We.
Not
Yeah.
officially, but it happens naturally.
Mhm. And there are certain letters that aren't in the Welsh alphabet, like J, which is really interesting because Jones is like one of the most common Welsh surnames, but it would originally have been spelt with an I-O, so Jones. For
Yeah,
the
because
J
that's
sound.
kind of how
Oh,
they
really?
pronounced it in a way. Yeah. That
Mhm.
makes sense.
Jones. Yeah, and
Cool.
shop instead of SH, it's SIOP. Shop. It's a phonetic language, almost entirely phonetic, which
Cool.
makes it easier to learn, I think, as a second language, because you say what you see. But then,
nice.
like other languages, there are certain mutations that you just have to listen out for and get used to. You can try and learn them by rote, but you're better off just immersing yourself. So all come to Wales, come and immerse yourself, and I'll take you on a tour of all the castles. Because you don't have many castles in America, and that's just
That's
No.
sad.
wild.
No.
It's really
We have a lot of
sad.
big.
Really sad. The castle. But coming back
There's
to
one in-
pigeons. Oh, sorry.
Well, the,
Go on, Brian. What you saying?
Marcus, can I ask you a favour?
Yeah, what you got?
Marcus, can you drop one of your cameras
Yeah.
to help with the stuttering thing?
Yep.
I think the bandwidth is struggling.
Okay. I will drop the 5G one.
Drop the one you're not on.
Yeah. Well, I'm on both of them.
He
I can
was
be
Marcus
on both
all
of
along.
them. See? Woo.
Oh wow.
Hold on. We
I don't know what he's doing.
Sorry, carry on.
Pigeons.
Pigeons.
Pigeons, wood pigeons.
Hi, Marcus.
I love the sound of a wood pigeon.
Pigeons.
That like that kind of
Yeah.
Right?
that one. Yeah.
That one.
I do like
okay.
it.
Did that do it?
That seemed to help.
Oh,
So is that what they
I think
said?
it did.
Oh,
like
yes,
in
it
America.
certainly did.
Yeah.
It certainly
better.
did.
Yeah, so that
Alright.
pigeon sound, is that familiar in the States? Did you?
Not that
it's
one.
been a lot.
I've
Not
heard that
that
sound
one.
before. I'm not in the States, but I've heard that sound
Ah.
before.
Yeah.
Then maybe we
It's
do
been
have
a long
different
time
dialects.
since I've
They
heard
Yeah.
have different dialects. I'm not a pigeon.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Pigeon dialects.
Exactly.
Haven't we? That was my workshop thoughts
Did-
today.
did you guys
Not working,
catch-
like, keep
There was
hearing
something on the
pigeons.
news. I don't know if it was last week, last month, but I caught it just a couple days ago. There was this guy trying to spread this conspiracy theory that birds aren't real and they've been
Yeah,
replaced
yeah.
by government drones, and he's going on, all kinds of crazy stuff.
I
Oh, that's a
heard
Reddit
that.
That's
thing,
a.
isn't it?
It's actually a
I
fake
heard
conspiracy
about
theory.
that.
I think that's
Oh,
a Reddit
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a
satire.
fake
I
conspiracy
know.
theory.
That's
That
false,
sounds
but
like
yeah.
some onion shit.
I mean, I certainly didn't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's a little
Yeah.
too far out, you know.
So it's a conspiracy theory of a conspiracy theory. If it's a fake
Yeah.
conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
Pretty
It's
much.
a
Okay.
hipster
But, I'm
conspiracy
all
theory
happy with
because
it.
I guess.
Yeah.
But he took it pretty
the
far because they're
conspiracy
doing
of a
like stuff in the
conspiracy,
streets.
man. You wouldn't understand.
I mean,
They taste nice in a pie.
You're not with it, man.
So what are we doing here? Talking about
Hanging?
pigeons.
Talk about pigeons.
Pigeons.
yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yep.
Pigeon language.
I'll tell you what we could also talk about is
Who'd we lose?
I've asked
Mark?
Joe I've asked Joe
Hello?
and Brian already if they'd
Yep.
can you hear? Is everything
yeah.
I can hear
okay?
you. Carry
Yeah, I've
on.
asked Joe and Brian already about this, but one of the things I do as in the organization that I found and run are like open mic events, things like poetry and music and so on. And I thought it'd be a really nice idea to have an SBTV community event where we would host that, and we can have some guest writers, singers, musicians, and so on for the first half, and then open it up during the second half of the event for people who are viewing who would like to kind of like join in and just share something that they have. If that's
I'm looking
something
forward to
that
it.
anyone here is
Absolutely.
interested
Hell
in,
yeah,
please do
that's
get in
tribal.
touch.
I can dig it.
Absolutely.
And I think that would be really nice for people who don't really want to have their own channel and don't necessarily want to have the do the video engagement like this, but might want to share something and feel part of the community.
I
I
love
think
the
it
idea.
might even be something we could do somewhat regularly, maybe even do a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Yeah, fundraiser is
Yeah.
a great idea.
I like
The
fundraising.
Jetathons
Yep.
As you know, I've
Yes.
done plenty of fundraising.
for Scientology or
yeah.
other than that.
Oh,
Those
wow.
aggressive
I thought that was
tactics. Get them out.
Implied. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Xeno. X word. Sorry.
Well,
No
well,
disrespect.
Yeah,
well. Speaking,
none of that kind of fundraising, I think.
but speaking
So
of
I've,
fundraising, okay.
Go on.
Speaking of fundraising for a good cause, see this here?
Oh, are you gonna flash something?
All about Scientology.
Wow, that
You
looks
are
cool.
flashing
My
that? Okay.
Scientology
Oh, nice.
haikus and limericks. Is
Mhm.
that your book?
Nice.
Yes, my book.
Can't wait for
The
that one.
forward is by Liz Gale, and the afterward is by Claire Headley.
Claire Hadley.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness. And where do
I've
we
read
get
that.
it?
It's
Illustrations are by
fantastic.
Mrs.
I got an
J.
early
Kindle will
access
be out.
copy.
And the cover art is by Mrs. J. Beautiful cover
It's
art by
great.
Mrs. J.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
The
I read the
cover
whole
art
thing.
is by the wonderful Mrs. J, and even Marcus wrote me a little blurb for the back cover. So,
It's
and
great.
even Chris Shelton wrote me a little blurb. I'll read you what Chris wrote. As they say, laughter is the best medicine. As a former Scientologist, I enjoyed reading Brian's collected works. This is a fun, very unserious look at a very harmful and difficult subject. Kudos to him for having the imagination and creativity to put this together.
Oh, that's
Nice.
nice.
That's amazing.
So yeah, it's 50% of the profits is going to the Aftermath Foundation. My goal is to
Wow.
sell as many of these bad boys as I can. You know,
Yeah,
I want it
can't
on,
wait for that
bestseller
one.
lists and all that stuff. If someone knows a book editor for a newspaper, review it for me. Something I got to get the word out, because I did a live stream with Liz Gale, a little while ago, and we talked about it and stuff. So you can go on her channel or mine and watch that later if y'all want to. So yeah, I know a few of y'all were there.
I was watching
Mm.
that. It was
Yeah,
about an
so-
hour ago or so, right? A little over an hour ago.
It
or
was about 2 hours ago is when we stopped. So yeah. So I just wanted to let everybody know.
That's amazing, poet.
When is the
Mhm.
date of publishing that you are set?
The Kindle will probably be out. It takes about 72 hours after I activate it for it to be available. So the Kindle will probably be out Monday, and then I got to get another proof for the hardback. I mean, for the paperback. So it'll be a couple weeks for the print copy, but the
And where
Kindle
will
will be
it-
available
Yeah.
right now. Amazon.
Right now, Amazon. So now,
yeah,
Amazon.
right.
Now.
Yeah, that
Right
not
now.
right now. When it
Oh.
Monday.
comes out, when it comes out on Monday, it'll be available through Amazon. I haven't expanded anything yet.
So I have
I'm
a
new
question.
at the self-publishing.
Question.
Yes, Juliana.
I have a question, poet. I was listening to you and Liz earlier, and then I saw Mrs. J saying that she's also working on individual illustrations for each poem. Is that going to be a second edition then?
Yes, ma'am. That's going to be a second edition, but that'll be as soon as she gets done and we get it all worked out. That's TBD as far as release date for that. And most likely, I'm going to try to do something like this right here. Is a standard 9x6. I'm going to try to do a slightly bigger one for that to really, really bring out her artwork, because it is surreal. Very surreal. As you can tell from just this
I
example.
love the cover. I
Yeah,
love the cover.
We talked about
Yeah,
this. Was it Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Okay. So
Yeah.
the way and I'm not the idea of some of the art that I've seen that Miss J's done with some of the sort of minimalist, haiku stuff. Like, it really seems like that would be a really great art and like table book.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. That's the feel I'm gonna go for, something like that. Because like the one she did for the one I did for the Headleys, Scientology. The best thing about it is when you're blown for good, you just imagine how neat that one looks. Because there's a motorcycle in it. I'll just put it that. Just leave it at that. So
Yeah.
as far as all the other ones goes, she said she's been working on it. So we'll continue chipping away at that. In the meantime, I've got several other projects. Kim is I'm helping Kim with something, and then Choctaw Nation Princess helping her with something, and then there's the SPTV anthology that I want to do, which October will be the submission month for that. So yeah, I'm taking
Welcome
this
back.
self-publishing
Thank
stuff
you.
and running with it.
That's amazing.
That's cool, man. And the song,
remember-
I got stoned and forgot, or whatever. I got stoned.
Well, it's Stone Brian's Blues,
Right.
Subtitled "I Got Stoned and I Missed It."
I got stoned and I missed it.
Yeah. Me and Marcus are working on a song.
Wow.
Yeah, I just talked about you, Kim.
Oh, what'd I miss?
I was just talking about that project
Well,
I'm helping you with.
Oh, yes, I have my grandma's poems, and I'm sending them off so that we can get them published and make some memories.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Published stuff. Published stuff.
Yeah, get it out. It's a lot easier these days than in the
That
past.
might be.
You damn right it is.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The hardest part.
They're getting the breakup again.
Well, the hardest part's the marketing and all that stuff. And me and Liz talked
Yes,
a
we
little bit
already-
about that. So that's the next thing I'm going to have to tackle there. Just take it as it comes and see how it goes.
Well, yeah. Damn straight.
Absolutely. Well, your market would be all the SPTV viewers, right? Of all the channels.
Well, that's
Yeah,
part of
and
it, but
beyond that as
I've got
well.
more than just
I have never.
yeah. But you
So
want to expand beyond that, you know,
For
and stuff. And since Scientology is a really hot topic right now, you know, being able to strike while the iron's hot. You need to know how to do it, and that's something where I'm not very knowledgeable on, and you need the resources on how to execute your plan, and that's where, you know, hopefully I want to talk to Alex about it, because that's what he works in and stuff, and just get some ideas and go from there. But the first things
He'd be a good
first
guy
is
to
you
talk
got
to,
to
yeah.
have stuff to market. Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah, you need something to push. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now that I've got it,
I can't
then
push
I'll
my
take the
record
next step.
because I get flagged every time I play my own damn music.
Oh wow, that's ridiculous.
It's
Oh,
ridiculous,
that's a
dude.
shame.
I'm thinking about uploading the instrumental version to see if that gets flagged. Just the whole album but without the vocals.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that
when
would
you
be
that's
cool.
why you
I
write new
have
stuff.
a friend who does the violin, and she did what is it like when you sort of kind of other people can do music over your stream
Sure,
on
yeah.
TikTok? She released an acoustics album and then asked people to sort of put their own sort of lyrics and things to it. So that could be a way.
That's a fucking great idea.
She's done really, really well out of it.
And the mixes that I have are really great quality. So like people could really, you know, have fun with it without the words. They can just make up their own.
I absolutely love collaborative work like that, where you just throw it out there and you've got no idea what's going to come back. And some of the most incredible ideas, and I just love it. I love it. Like, and
Yeah, me
even
too, me
like
too.
like on the scale, like your little, like Joe, your Pride video that you showed me, and I showed one of my partners today, and they just love it. And like just a little biscuit tin, ukulele, and all this stuff. And I just, it's so simple but wonderful. Your outfit in that, by the way, is we like that. We approve.
Mine was the least interesting outfit in that.
Oh, but we liked it. We really liked. No, I like it. It looked
Okay.
very good. Good
I
colours.
should
It
wear
was,
that
all,
hoodie
it was
more
great.
often then. It is autumn
You
now.
should. You should. Not just
Duly
for me,
noted.
of course,
Okay.
Joe. Not just for me.
Of
For all of
course.
us. It's great. It's like this pastel rainbow. Well, it's the pink, blue, and white, really, isn't it? Those kind of like colours, but it's kind of like pastel-y. Lovely. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Is it velour?
Velour. Fancy.
Are we thinking about different things, Joe?
Yeah, I'm a bit
Wearing
confused.
pink and
Sorry.
She's like, I can't remember.
and you
what I was
had
wearing.
llamas on your trousers. There were llamas on your legs. Leg
And there was
llamas.
like a yellow top. The top is yellow, I'm
Llamas.
sure. But yeah, no, alpacas on the legs, and then yellow on the top, I think.
I don't know now. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it. now,
Llamas
aren't
on the
I?
legs. I love it.
Llamas on the legs.
Mark,
Yeah,
That's
it's
all
got
I
more
remember.
ring to it than alpacas on the legs, definitely. So.
How do I get them trousers without making them mess?
Wait, you want a pair of those? I can tell you where I got them from.
Yeah, just I might just like put some.
Okay.
on my
So, what brand are they? I think it might be Kookaburra, but they're like, yeah, they're leggings with alpacas on. In fact, I can go and get them if you like. Do you really want to see them?
Yeah, I know.
I kind of do.
What's the difference between llamas
I
and
kind
alpacas?
of do. I'm
All
not
right,
gonna lie.
give me a second then. Give me a second. You carry on talking about. You carry on talking about
wanna see
this.
Llamas are bigger and meaner,
Oh,
Yeah.
no, really?
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Another package.
but they're essentially really quite similar to somebody who's like not seen them. But if you had seen a llama or an alpaca for the first time, you might get them mixed up. But if you see them next to one another, you can see that they're quite different. The alpaca's got this, the hair or the fur. It's more like hair, isn't it? With alpaca, it kind of keeps growing. It's really, it's lovely. They're kind of bred for their
Okay.
hair quite a bit.
Like sheep, you
But-
can you use the wool
Dr.
to.
Seuss.
See this?
Oh, look at that.
See
What's
this?
that, boy?
Okay.
Alpaca.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
alpaca.
Ah, beautiful.
And I tell
I
you
don't
what,
think that
all
we're
those are
talking
the
about the
trousers.
same thing.
Cute.
All right, I'll keep it on mute.
Alpaca are absolutely great at looking after herds.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if other animals come in, like say foxes and so on, to like chase the sheep or whatever, the alpaca will
There we go. Extreme
kick the
close-up.
crap out of them. So
Kookaburra.
you can have
The bird.
alpaca and llama in the same like fields as your sheep. Being from in Wales, we have a lot of sheep.
Thank you, Ron.
So yeah, they make great,
How you doing, Jeff?
better guard
I've
dogs
heard
than
that
guard
about-
dogs.
I've heard that about that part of the world. There's lots of sheep.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we compete.
Message.
We compete with New Zealand for the whole lamb market.
Yeah.
Check the fridge, dig all your stuff.
Hey, Chaz.
Well, does anyone want to have knowledge of a conspiracy theory that
Yeah,
I've just
it's
found out?
cheaper to
So over the weekend I went to Edinburgh
buy, just
and I
take them here instead
took
of
a really cool picture
going to
of a
the store.
Scientology org, like doorway.
And look at
Scientology
how
on it.
many Lunchables.
And I
got
was
a-
going to send it to Jo so that she could put it up on screen. And now I can't find the photo.
Chad,
Chad.
Chad.
We're gonna do
I think Chad's muted the wrong one. I think
Yeah,
Chad's
you-
muted the speaker instead of the microphone.
Okay, I'm going to mute Chad.
Yeah, all right. Colin.
Hey,
I've muted
I
Chad
can
because
do-
I think he probably meant to be muted. So carry on.
Oh,
Conspiracy theory, please.
You're just showing off, Marcus.
So I can't
No, this
find
is what it
photo
should have been the
now.
whole damn time. I was like thinking, like, wait a minute, why is it like showing everybody? I was just showing me on my stream,
okay.
just me, not everyone.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this makes the most
Because you
sense.
made things more complicated than they needed to be. I think.
Nah, nah, dap, don't you? Yeah.
It's alright. I can't see what's on that screen anyway.
Sounds like they're still going at it.
I've got
Yeah.
the chat in my.
I think
But
you
yeah, I
can mute it
can't
from the
find this photo anywhere. So like, what's going on? Why can't I photograph the Edinburgh Scientology org or whatever it is? I don't know how you get the difference from the outside. But I swear, I saw one.
Yeah, put another cover on. Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
He's
That's
talking.
amazing.
He's got something going on.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you listen, man. Like, hey, I'm saying something. You gotta listen. You got kids.
Don't you just love life,
Do I have time
kids
to go
love
and fill up my...
Totally, man.
Everybody's just listening, like,
Yeah, what's going on there?
Did I miss something while getting eat?
yeah, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
catch
yeah.
that on replay.
Yeah, they're going on. I think they're
Oh,
still
Jackson
going
and
in.
She's on.
Oh, cool.
You're muted,
Bitch
Selena.
Brisker.
Yeah, they,
Bitch Brisker.
I said, everyone, don't worry, everyone's watching Mitch and Jackson, and all got my fan on.
Oh.
But like, oh look,
Yeah.
I got such a big crush on this guy, in that kind of, in that kind of Patrick Stewart kind of way, and just like,
Yeah.
I want to squeeze him. Anyway,
Oh god. Now I can't unsee that. Mitch is Patrick Stewart.
Oh yeah, Joe's friend.
Selena, what have you done to my brain?
what? You have a Patrick Stewart? What?
I guess they're making smoothies.
Hang on, how many Joes are there? Is he? He's got blending up a double, is it?
What's happening?
Mr. Bill go round in there. Oh no!
What's going on? Is that Marcus playing?
Yeah, I'm playing the fucking background music, man.
Yeah, who's playing music?
That's me.
Yeah, who's playing music in the background?
That's me.
Get up and do a jig.
I can do some percussion.
Okay, now I have a band going because you know Poet has his sticks, his drumsticks.
Just try to keep a little bit of the you know.
I bought this when I was in Edinburgh.
No worries.
Nice. That's pretty. Love the colors.
Oh.
Chad!
There we go. That was the bit. Nice job, dude.
Hi, Chad!
Should have joined in, Joe.
Hi,
Took a
Chad!
solo.
Hey.
Chad, I think that you might have muted the sound,
This is tickling
the
the hell
speaker
out of
sound,
Brian.
rather than the microphones.
Oh, is that what I did? Okay, so you guys could hear. Oh, sorry about that.
We heard
Well, we were making noise over it. We couldn't.
Oh, you couldn't. Oh, you couldn't mute me up. You couldn't. Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. It was
Okay,
hilarious.
man.
It was funny as shit, dude.
Chaz is here. No,
Oh,
that's
Yeah,
how
we
they
know.
Did you make a smoothie?
Hi, Chaz.
No, I don't know what. Yeah, it's crazy.
You did?
I thought it were the dentist or something.
Yeah.
But
Oh, you remind me of
everything
my
okay, though?
brother now. My brother Travis always beating on shit.
Not a euphemism.
Oh my god.
Message.
Mark, you've been very quiet. How
So many jokes. So many jokes.
It's no
That's,
laughing
to be
matter.
fair, that's my most common joke. Not a euphemism. Like, I just sit there and just make people
Does it
feel
work
awkward
in, like,
about things I've
kind
said.
I got 45 minutes.
Oh, no.
But I do love, though, that whenever I make some kind of crude joke in the chat and it's ignored by everyone except Brian.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, Selena, I was thinking the same thing.
great minds think alike, huh?
That's what they say.
Yeah, ball.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you what. I've been busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
That's pretty damn busy.
It's pretty fucking busy. Yeah. Is that funny in Wales? Yeah. She's tickled.
It's the wine. It's the wine spritzer.
Okay.
I mean, no. I mean, you're very funny. Sorry.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not funny. They try to get me up on stage to do comedy. I fucking bomb.
But that's a different kind of funny. That's performative.
Which
Just
part?
saying you're very funny, like naturally. It's different.
Oh, yeah, I'm funny, all right. Yeah, I'm all kinds of funny.
Well,
Looks like he got
that
whooped upside the head too many times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I mean it's maybe yeah. when you're all.
Are you having a moment?
I'm
Marcus?
having a moment. Goddamn right, I'm having a moment. You know, I had therapy today. I was in y'all's stream, and I was able to convince my therapist to because I had some footage of my stepfather that's going to be in a documentary, and but I really wanted to sit and hang out with you and Pete, so I did, and I was like, I gave my therapist the video. I'm like, here, watch this crazy narcissist talk about stuff, and because I was able to get an interview with the guy. And he's like, it was interesting because he could not avoid the opportunity to take credit for something that that my brother and I had done. And so, anyways, she reviews this stuff. And she's like, you know, you're so busy in the trauma community, and that's great. She says, my therapist told me, she said, I feel like I have imposter syndrome. Because you're doing so much trauma stuff. I'm like, what do you mean?
Aww.
What do you mean? She's like, well, like, you know, like you're out there processing stuff and doing stuff. And I'm like, you know, we meet once a week. And you're doing so much more outside of it. And so, like, I had this regressive moment apparently this week with a squeaky toy. I'm not even bullshitting. It's a hand banana from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay.
If anyone knows what that means,
I'm familiar.
I'm not going to describe it.
Not a euphemism.
Yeah, well, I don't even want to say what hand banana does, okay? But it's really funny. You know, it's a cartoon. It's not serious. It's just a cartoon. But so this hand banana thing, I was squeaking. It makes a little squeaky noise. And Cynthia was like, do I need to take that away from you? And I laughed, and then immediately, like, my brain just went somewhere, and I had this. I felt like she was actually going to take it away from me, and I felt like a fucking 4-year-old or something. I was like, no, and I got upset, and then I like snapped out of it pretty quickly, and I'm like, what in the actual fuck was that?
That's a CPTSD response.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So And that's thank you for pointing and making that distinction because you know they're not necessarily the same, PTSD and CPTSD, but they have a lot of similar. Just like a lot of the stuff in the DSM, there's like they measure and they say, well, is it this or is it that or is it a little bit of this and a little bit of that? So. Yeah, there was this regressive thing. I told Cynthia, remind me today to tell my therapist about that because I feel like I might forget it because it was really a surreal, like, almost like an unconscious moment. And she said that the more of this stuff that you know you do, the more of this stuff comes up. So she said, be ready for the next part of that, whatever the fuck that memory was. So like
if I may as well, like I hear you saying that it's a regression moment.
That's
it sounds the way you're describing it to me. It sounds like you're actually moving through the steps.
Yeah, maybe that's. And she kind of pointed out that was positive direction.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so like, but I'm not at all thrilled about it at all because like I said, I'm busier than one leg man in an ass kicking contest.
Well, you don't have to be thrilled about it. You just gotta get through it.
Oh man,
No, but I mean, when you know you have, but when you know you have to go through it again, or other things are gonna come up, and you're gonna feel, you know, like
again and again and
that kind of
again.
sucks.
All over the time, every damn day.
But it'll get easier the more you do it.
And I think in terms of your therapist as well, feeling like they have imposter syndrome.
That's a good thing.
You know, she's it is. It's good because it means that you are progressing like outside of the speed that she expects. But also, I think it's important for her to recognise that she's the anchor point for you at the moment. Because without her, once a week or however often you're speaking to her, you wouldn't recognise that you're actually moving through those motions.
Correct. Yeah. It's sort of like
it's a really key part of that journey.
What's that test you put in the water? pH, like a balance.
pH,
test? It's like pH.
Dip test.
Yep. pH balance.
Like, hey, are you gonna?
She's the universal indicator.
Yeah.
Litmus paper.
Yeah,
the litmus test. That's the one.
I just don't like the big breakdowns. You know, when you get very emotional. When I get very like sometimes it will. You know, I had periods where I was living in in my friend's studio, and I was like, it was some kind of. Now I recognize it as like what I think is the pseudobulbar effect, where I would cry for like 4 hours straight. You know, I did that for months.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid of, like, because that will shut me down. It's emotionally draining to cry that long. Holy shit! It's like running a marathon. It's like doing an ab workout, basically. What it feels like.
Yeah.
I think that it's like I'm autistic, and so I have big meltdowns and things, and I can recognize it. Also, you don't get to become an adult who is autistic or neurodivergent without CPTSD. So I can really, that's why I think I'm able to recognize it. But like, oh my gosh, and also being ADHD, I completely forgot where I'm going with this.
I can relate to that part
Great
of it.
part.
That's a great segue.
I have a question for you though, Selena. It'll come, if it comes back to you, it'll come back to you. But were you diagnosed as a child?
I was not. I was diagnosed when I was 34 after like chasing this diagnosis for a long time. I'm 41 now, so it's quite a while ago, and I was more recently diagnosed as well with ADHD and realized that I have dyslexia, but a different type to the kind of the traditional one that they test for, which is like spelling and so on. I can spell, I just have very complicated ways of thinking, patterns of thinking, in order to be able to do that. So I still say beautiful, for example, in my head whenever I'm spelling beautiful. I spell it beautifully, but I always have to go through that. It's almost like translation. So it's like, so for someone who's like bilingual, some people have to translate in their head because they think, say, in Spanish. Yeah. So for me, it's like a lot of things like metaphors and so on. I can get metaphors, but I have to translate them each time, and I have to go, they might mean this or they might mean that. What's the most likely one? I have to go through that whole process every time I hear a metaphor, unless it's one I've learned by rote and it sort of doesn't change, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it has to give you a different perspective on metaphors. And a way to look at them that no one else can, you know, or that very few other people can.
Yeah, I mean, it's really because all of the people who I like spend my organization that I founded and run is for autistic, otherwise neurodivergent people. It's like wholly run by neurodivergent people.
Wow.
Like all of our staff are neurodivergent. I was like, let's just. I think the thing that's wrong with most workplaces is that everyone else is not autistic. So let's try this out. So we did that. But I don't know what I'm saying.
Have you heard of a website called wrongplanet.com ever?
I've heard of that. I've not been on it. But yeah, there's that whole alien species thing.
Yeah.
Observing as it's like being a participant in life, but as an observer, more so than a participant.
A lot of the members and the founding member was is before there was the spectrum diagnosis. It was
Changeling and so on.
What was it called before high spectrum?
Refrigerator mother.
Yeah, I think it was called refrigerator mother. That was the diagnosis.
And then changelings was something that came around as well, which is like
Asperger's is what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, Asperger's.
Yeah.
But
then there's the whole Asperger eugenics link. So
that's why I asked if you heard Wrong Planet, because Wrong Planet is like a source for a lot of this, like not only eugenics but like speciesism type stuff, like almost like Homo novus from Scientology.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think that's what Mitch was talking about today.
Yeah. So, I don't know if the site's still up, but
I found it, but I found wrongplanet.net.
Oh, that's probably okay. Yeah, I thought it was Org.
Yeah, it looks like that's what it is.
Yep. It's when you told me that you have been diagnosed, and you know so much about it now. Some people get diagnosed and don't ever. They just I got my diagnosis and now I'm gonna not do any.
And my community, we actually see a really big difference between those who were diagnosed younger and those who were diagnosed a bit older.
Oh, yeah.
Tends to be boys tend to be diagnosed more younger because the way that it seems to, and I'm talking about generically now, boys and girls, because there are differences. There's gender and sex is a funny thing, but like
females
typically
tend
boys
to be diagnosed less. Females tend to be diagnosed less, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. The way it tends to present in boys. Yeah, the way it tends to present in boys tends to be the ways that I suppose disrupt or bother others more.
Yeah, be a little.
Whereas with girls, they tend to be a bit more quiet, bit like better behaved and those sorts of things.
Right.
It's the same with ADHD, and I know ADHD is highly prevalent in the autistic community.
Yeah.
So I don't know how related those
the
things
inattentive type, but tend to have more.
Yeah, like they say like girls usually present more as inattentive and boys present more as, especially as kids, as hyperactive and disruptive. And I think it's really interesting that the reason why people who get diagnosed young because what their behavior is actually interfering in the neurotypical world in other people. Yeah. So what you said about the CPTSD, I'm sorry, about what you said earlier about the CPTSD being with it. That's why I asked you, like, we're diagnosed as a child, because having been diagnosed, I was diagnosed with ADHD in my 30s too, So it's the same. It's just like you look back and it's like, oh my God, that, all of that makes sense now. And I have all this childhood trauma and all of these things that happened. And I felt like I was such a bad person for being like this, for thinking like that, for acting,
Yeah.
So yeah, I can relate to that.
Acculturation has to account for some of it,
And Claire, I see you nodding so much, and I'm just thinking, like, you're like, yes.
The quiet one in the corner. I started my own business, and I realised there's a lot of reasons why I wasn't getting on working for other people, and it's probably that. But I've not been diagnosed, and probably won't go anywhere because it's not. I don't have anything enough. I do notice things in me when I have worked in other places, and then I've got a friend who has just been diagnosed at the age of 40 with ADHD, and she, sort of, that same thing of kind of looking back on her life and being like, oh my God, like it's all these things. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit sort of kind of jaded with things at the moment because, like, with TikTok, there's been so much. Oh, like everyone, these are the signs of ADHD. These are the signs of blah blah blah. So it sort of puts me off doing anything.
We can talk one-to-one if you want. because with you being self-employed, there might be some government support that you can get for like all sorts of equipment and other things that I might be able to help you with through Access to Work.
That would be nice.
Wow.
I need more help with staff. I've had my team disintegrate around me recently, so if anyone in the UK
might be able to get some help with that too. I get 23 hours a week of staff to support me, paid by the government at £25 an hour.
Wow.
So that's as a self-employed person. So
That
we'll have
sounds
a
like
chat.
some UK non-USA shit right there.
Oh yes. Oh
Yeah.
That sounds like what
None
they
of
call
that
down
shit's
here
available in the States.
socialism.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly here.
Damn
We
fucking
have,
socialism helping people.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking,
And they're all Catholic.
Yeah.
They're like, they'll do the food pantry, but they won't help their neighbor, you know?
No, they'll do the food pantry if their name gets put on the website. And yeah, for sure.
Wow.
In the pamphlet for the Sunday, you know.
Well, everybody, I have to log off. I have a errand I have to go run. I got to pick up a friend of mine from work. So.
Dude, super excited about your book. Thank you for
that's great,
the
poet.
opportunity to write anything about it, because
thank you.
It's an amazing book. Y'all got to check this book out.
I'll
All
be
right,
back
gonna
in
get
about an hour
a copy
or
for
so.
our cafe.
Yeah, definitely. Most likely Sunday, Monday, the Kindle will be out, and then a little while after that, the paperback. But stay tuned for updates.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll be back in an hour. If you guys are still on here, I'll jump back in.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Live long and prosper.
See you later.
Bye.
There you go.
I don't watch
by the
it
way,
yet. I just got started,
if I
but
do-
he said I obey.
Oh yeah, live long and prosper. If I do this is BSL, which is British Sign Language for applause. So
Brazilian Sign Language too. I think.
is it the same in Brazilian, which is also called BSL? Is it maybe?
No, it's not.
No, because it's in Brazilian.
Yeah, it's called Libras.
Libres. This is a
Libras.
proper.
Língua Brasileira de
its own
Sinais.
language.
It's like Brazilian Sign Language, but the order is different.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, got you. Yeah. So we like to do this in our org as well if we have live events, just because it means that first of all, people with British Sign Language know that that's what you're doing on screen, but also it's less of an irritation to people who've got sound sensitivities than clapping. So it's like it's nice. So it's a quiet applause. I really like it.
It is nice.
It was amazing. I went and saw.
Hey, Marilyn in the comments.
Hey, Marilyn.
Hey, Marilyn.
Hello, please.
Hi, Marilyn. Marilyn, you can see
Following
me.
the comments because I'm looking at my.
Yeah, I'm not looking
my
at the comments
stream.
either.
I'm looking at
I
the
don't-
place
I've
where
been
we
watching them.
have the cameras here, and then I click. It's very confusing.
I don't know how to see comments. Should I go on my phone?
Oh, I went.
I haven't-
So I'm on the YouTube. I'm on Joe's YouTube watching it, but I have the sound down.
You got to turn them.
Good idea.
You gotta
I
mute that.
I can't see anything on that screen that's on our screen, unfortunately.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I have an extra tab open.
Got a stream within a stream here. One level of inception.
Mark
Nice.
Inception.
Exactly.
I mean, I have sound bites.
Macht mir
So we've got
doch
about-
egal.
Mach sie doch egal. Sehr gut. So we've got about 5 minutes left. Mark, you've been so quiet.
Totally.
He's listening.
Just
Are you
listening,
okay?
yeah.
He's a good listener.
Of course. I just like to listen.
Okay.
How are your classes,
Okay,
Mark?
fine.
It's set when Mark's talking. And then Mark likes to talk, which is great. We like that.
Yeah, those Saturdays are fun.
Have
That's
you been
right,
busy?
yeah.
You've been busy putting that together?
Yeah, basically, because I got my channel started, and yeah, I've been doing clips of stuff that we've been doing in our episodes as well. So yeah, it's been fun. I don't have like the greatest editing software, but it's fun
The
to just
YouTube
clip out
clipping is
stuff,
easy
so.
enough, you know.
Yeah.
I clip on my phone. Pretty easy.
Really? Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, Saturdays are fun. Saturdays are fun now, so.
I'm digging your
Kinda happened.
clips.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got one that was just put out today when we were talking about Esperanto.
Oh, I gotta
Esperanto.
watch that one.
Esperanto.
Esperanto.
¿Qué es Esperanto?
Mi aspas. Mal.
Miasmas
Yeah,
mal.
so it's been fun. And then I clipped out, the next couple of days I got stuff that I clipped out from our Star Trek episode, of course.
Hell
That's the most
no.
important thing in the world.
Clip that stuff out. I want the Clips notes. On DS9, man.
You know what I'll do?
I need just
I'll
need to
just
watch
fly
it.
to
You're-
I'll
don't
just, you know what I'll do? I'll just fly to New Orleans and I'll just give you a personal lecture. How about that?
Or we could watch it
Ooh.
together because, like, you know, that's the that's what it's going to take probably. Like showing up with the
Well, stop.
DVDs and being like, okay, I'm here. Let's do this.
'Cause
We don't need the
Marcus-
DVDs. We got digital.
Okay,
Marcos,
well-
have you not watched DS9?
No, I haven't.
Me neither, but I.
Well, that's
I'm-
going to
I'm-
change. That's going.
That's right. Hey, if I
How
could
about
watch
you,
it, you
Kat?
guys could watch it.
Have you finished something? Have you finished more than a couple episodes? Did you keep watching?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No, I watched the first 4, and then I was gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to the original Star Trek. I think it'll be easier to. Yeah.
Get more
I like Deep
context
Space
of-
Nine, but I couldn't keep up with the. Because I don't know the backstory to, it
Yeah.
probably starts with the original. So it's hard to.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you start with the
We're
original,
playing
it's
catch-up.
it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all
Jen
I
and I
do
are-
all day is I just loop and watch Star Trek.
That's cool.
Like-
That's kind of what I do at Knight Rider.
I watched like 5 episodes of The Next Generation yesterday. I'm gonna watch more later today.
What
I
did
just-
that
that's
original?
all I do.
What did that original character say in the original? He was like, "Damn it, Spock! I'm a doctor, not the town attorney," or something. What did he say?
Yeah.
Oh, he would say
He goes-
it was damn it.
He
Spock,
says a lot
I'm
of
a
them.
doctor, and then like that's the catchphrase, and then you just fill in the blank with
Yeah.
something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can't remember what I think one
Damn
of them
it,
was
Jim,
like.
I'm a doctor, not a mechanic.
Yeah,
Jim, I'm
exactly.
a doctor, not
Exactly.
a part surgeon. Wait a minute.
I'm a doctor, not a rocket scientist.
That's the only line I
I have a-
remember.
Doctor, not a captain.
I have a very important question for Joe before she finishes the stream.
Okay.
Go on.
What's the meaning of giraffe stock exchange falters as autumn approaches?
What?
Okay, so this is a running joke, which is in the news ticker down below for anyone watching. So my partner said to me one day, autumn is truly the saddest time for giraffes
Oh,
because the
Okay.
leaves fall down. Yeah, I know, right? And so there's been this running joke of when I was on the stream with a musician called Thomas Priest, who I was speaking Esperanto with at one point that you were there. I had that same phrase translated into Esperanto, right?
Oh, I
Which is,
saw that, but okay.
Okay. Tu no ver estes la malĝoja tempo por ĝirafoj, right? In Esperanto. And he picked up on this and thought, yeah, and was like, what the hell is this all about? Anyway, and so now that it's getting colder here, or at least today, and there's a chill in the air, and autumn is here, there is now the phrase.
Now in English for everybody to understand or
So
wonder.
it's a stupid running joke, that's all, but I'm glad someone noticed.
That was fucking awesome.
And now you know. Also, you heard me say that in Esperanto, so.
I don't know if that clip came through, but I ran it on my stream. It said
What
that
clip?
it was a friend of mine.
what?
Yeah, it was just a little audio clip. Said that was fucking awesome.
no, no.
Oh,
No, it's not for me.
Sorry.
yeah. I'm confused what you're trying to do there. But anyway, never mind. So, it's 9
This
o'clock.
is the random
How
hour.
are you doing?
Yeah.
It is.
Until we meet
The random
again.
hour is over, but we can carry on if you like.
Good. I just want to say one thing, just going back to when we were talking about
Pardon?
sign
Pigeons.
language.
Oh, sorry.
Pigeon. I
Pigeons,
saw a
giraffes.
theatre show that was absolutely amazing. Designed for the, well, not sort of for the deaf community, but it was based on sign language and sort of a bit of the, I forget what they called it, but it's sort of an interpretive dance version of sign language, and some speech, called As You Like It. I saw it in London, but I would hope that they would do.
I saw it in Cardiff. It's great.
Oh, they did. Oh, nice. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they did a bit of a tour. Was Rosie in it? From
I think it was us. Wait.
She was absolutely amazing. She was in the London one.
I'm not sure if it was the same show or if it was just something with this a very similar kind of thing. Actually, now I'll have to look back.
Oh, okay.
It was years. It was a few years ago.
It was absolutely amazing. So I recommend everyone expand their minds and see beyond what they're.
I'm a smooth
Yeah,
brain.
if it's anything like the show I saw, it was amazing. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen, and I think, I don't know whether it's like because they're looking at communication from so many different angles. It just really captures you so much more, and so much more like visually and just everything with the dance and the expression. Oh, just incredible! Just some of the most fantastic theatre work. As a theatre maker, I'm just like, I was blown away. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely. The dance and just amazing. Yeah, definitely recommend it.
I like the way you say dance.
Dance. Dance. I like the way you say dance.
You know you're a minority here today, don't you, Marcus?
No.
There are 7 people on screen right now, only 2 Americans, sorry to say.
I am indigenous, and as far as I know, every human is an indigenous to the planet, so no minority.
Yeah.
Ain't no minority.
Unless you're counting their body Thetans.
My family
I mean, that's
goes
my
back
personal view. I know a lot of
to
people don't share that, but like, indigenous human.
Indeed.
Claire, tell us about your family. Goes back where?
My family goes back to the 1500s, always in London. And then apparently in the 1300s,
Our ancestors
there's
murdered
like
each
a
other.
different version of the surname that
I'm
is
serious.
anyway. So, I've always said
Our
I
ancestors
am
murdered each other.
as British
Marquis
as
de
can be,
Fleur.
and now it's been said
yeah.
in a little book that someone's done.
A lot of
cover,
murder
so-
there. Bad blood. Bad blood.
British. Very British.
Get over it.
So, yeah. I still want to do like one of them DNA things to maybe see if there's a little bit of me.
Imagine it'd be like
Viking.
it'd be like 95% British, 5%
Literally.
West African.
Whatever they claimed. Are we gonna hear some music?
that one's.
Hey, he comes back.
Oh, there we go. He's back.
I don't know what happened there.
You asked for music and you went away.
Kicked you out.
Yeah, I was wondering if Joe's gonna play something, or if we're gonna play something.
I vote for it.
Yeah. Folks, my cheeks hurt, by the way.
You can kick us all out.
Do I have to?
You don't have.
You don't have to, but I mean,
don't
you
have
could
to.
kick us all out and just play.
You can always do it next time.
Okay, so
I mean, I'll
I'm
play
quite happy
something.
to. I'm happy to play something,
We can go.
but this microphone is not good for picking up oud, so I should use the other microphone if I am going to.
I see. Do y'all want some
but I
music?
could play you something quickly,
Let's
I
play
guess,
some
but it just
music.
won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see how it sounds, at least. If it sounds bad, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm autistic. Don't worry. I'll just tell you the truth.
You're right. Yeah. Where's my tab
Okay.
with this music? Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Let me mute myself.
Okay. That's that deep noise you're hearing. That's the boom. It's going boom.
Oh, okay.
The metal on the inside of it. It's a nice boom.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So yeah, this is gonna sound not great on this microphone.
We'll see.
Unfortunately.
Don't jinx yourself.
I need a footstool as well.
Yeah, that's proper. Perfect. That's classical style. I want to do a thing.
I have one of those.
Colin Ayred.
It became my footrest for my computer.
What was it?
Does it sound okay?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
There
Okay,
was,
you can hear it, right?
as far as audio goes, there were like probably 7 to 10 millisecond like complete silence. But
Yeah, like little pops.
Yeah, so I think part of the problem is there's some noise cancellation on this thing, so it loses the.
oh, I see. From the headphones.
It doesn't pick up all of the where it slides in and out of the sound. It kind of like loses that because it sort of tries to modulate it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is why the other microphone is way better for.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Very good, very good.
Holy shit. Oh, that's the applause thing? Yeah,
That's awesome.
Sure. Soundbite. Whoa! Well, I went somewhere there.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank
there
you.
we go.
It was amazing.
No
Really heady,
problem.
isn't it?
That is
Such an interest, such a unique.
that is the piece
instrument.
which I use for my intro music for people watching on my channel.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a nice piece.
Joe does have amazing music. Rock It Out with Kim D. Hay.
Hi.
D. High. Kim D. High.
Oh, we have some comments. Let me put them on screen.
Mach, the artist, always the perfectionist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me. Yep.
Actually, that's what Poet was talking about with Lizard.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim.
He was saying about knowing, like, sort of when you're. Oh, actually, I think Liz even asked him, like, when you're done with a piece, kind of thing. You know, when do you sort of have that cut-off point? And he said a really nice quote from another poet who had said, you know, sort of, you'll never be finished, kind of thing. You know, that you just have to kind of take, like, the pen away and be done with it, because otherwise you're never finished. Which, it's very true when I do painting as well. So I think that works across the board for artists and creatives.
Yes.
Anything creative, I think, applies. Doorbell?
Yeah.
Doorbell.
There's a saying in Luthier to not let Ding dong. There's a saying in Luthier to not let perfectionism be the enemy of excellence.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
So,
don't let the
I try and live by
don't
that.
sacrifice the perfect.
I try and
for the
work by
good.
that.
There's another phrase: don't throw away the perfect for the good. Means the same thing.
Other way around, surely.
Yeah. You guys want to hear a song?
I do. I'm already listening to you. I don't know if
Okay.
Joe has to go or whoever has
I
to
got
go.
one.
Okay, Marcus, you can play us out.
All right. It's called The Lions, band of Ogen, band I was in. It never got recorded or published, so it's just like a premiere or something. Brother says it's safer here. Gonna miss a holiday this year. Of all the debts I've had to pay enough. Of all the fights I've had enough. So long waiting, hear you saying so many things you say you don't really mean. You say that it's all for a reason, the lies are in between. The lines, the lines, the lines. I couldn't keep my silence anymore. Even though I was warned. To all the debts I've had to pay enough. To all the lies I've heard enough. So long wait. I hear saying so many things you want, you don't really need. You say that it's all for a reason, lies are in between. The line, the line. Ta-da!
Very good.
Fantastic. Love it. That's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Mark's music.
Well,
is
thank you
always-
thank you.
Thank you. No, I'm serious. Listening to you play just totally took me. I closed my eyes, and I love that instrument. And my friend Colin Alured played the sitar and went to India and learned how to play from some crazy good teacher. And he also learned Western music too. He was classically trained, and so like I see that sort of thoroughbred music stuff that you got going on, and it's really amazing. Very impressed and love it.
Yeah.
So thanks for letting me share.
Agreed.
Thank you for
both of
sharing.
you for sharing.
Rock Out with Kim Dehai says that was beautiful, Marcus. Karina says awesome, Marcus.
it was.
Yeah, so positive feedback from all. Right.
His
So
family's
I guess we'll wrap this up from here, I think, because I said Marcus was going to play us out, and yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gone 9, and I need to practice oud as well tonight. So
I need to practice. I got a whole damn record to write with my brother, and it's.
no, well, there we go.
Yeah, blah 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 blah. Do. Yes, it was
So thank
awesome.
you everyone for joining us.
Yeah, random.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
What's it called? Random.
Thank you, Joe.
Random hour.
This is
wait.
This is thank you in British Sign Language. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Ta-da,
Thank
there
you.
we go.
Oh, that's your
It's the
heart.
same-
Yeah, I forgot about
It's the
that.
same as please
Yeah.
though, but please is more please.
Wow.
Please and thank you.
I love it how sign language is a lot about the facial expression as well, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's
yeah.
my heart, that's Chad's heart, and that's
Yeah.
Joe's heart.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I had a fancier. Oh, I do the Korean heart too. I like that.
Oh yeah,
Rina's
I can't
heart
do
beats.
the.
This one?
I feel like my thumbs are too big for it.
But it's this. But there's the another one that I've done a couple times.
Yeah,
I
I
don't remember how it is.
couldn't. When you guys
I don't
did that last
remember.
time I tried it.
I did it like once or twice, and then one day. No, I'm not gonna try. I did it one day, like live, and then I was gonna do it in the same stream, and I couldn't anymore. I'll have to relearn
Yeah,
that
I
one.
saw that one. It was
It's
so
something-
crazy.
I don't remember. It's very cool, but I don't remember. It's not like this. It's something like this, but it's cooler.
Yeah, you like interwove your.
Okay.
This.
And we're off air.
Like this.
Oh.